Welcome to another AVAX update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates for only like $5 a month. Also check out the third wave of the third wave merchandise, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So this video was actually recommended by one of our gold members, so if you want us to cover a specific altcoin for you, check out the memberships and let's see what's happening. As you can see, AVAX is currently in a 1-2 setup and we actually reacted to the 0.618 support level, which is a very good sign. And if you want to go on the 4-hour, I mean right here what we have looks like a 1-2 setup, and there is a chance that we go a bit lower. I don't have a support zone for it, but I could put one on it right now. And the support zone, I mean, it would be, it's not gonna, take too long to, drop in the support zone, because at the end of the day, it's extremely small. And let me actually put it on the chart. So right now, it's between the let's say $21 level and $19.96 level. And I don't think we'll drop to the 0.786, so let's get rid of that. And yeah, in case you want to know what the support zone is, it's right here. I think if we drop below $19.96, we'll most likely drop to the other 0.618 support level, again, to form some kind of double bottom, or even in the worst case scenario, get to the 0.786 support level. But I mean, even if we do that right now, as long as we stay above this low, we should be fine. Now, if we do not stay above that low, it's a different story, because, well, the next support level would be at $13, and obviously we don't want to see the price drop that low, because, well, we already dropped below the 0.618 support level many times. So definitely what we need to do right now is stay above that, because if we do not, it could be bearish, so we'll see what happens. Now on the 4-hour chart, there's not much to know about the RSI. I mean, we did drop below the moving average, so what we need to do right now is get back above it, and if we do, that could be a bullish sign. And if you actually want some other short-term targets, I could give you a target zone for the third wave of the first wave up here. And, well, I think that's actually gonna be, let's see, let me actually put this on the chart, and it's the 618, which is at $25.93. Obviously, it could overextend maybe to the 200% extension, but probably not higher than that. So that's what we need to know right now. Also, please do not forget, we had a cross on the bull market support band, and this is extremely bullish. I keep talking about this in my other videos, but each time we have a cross on the bull market support band, that's when charts usually go up a lot. I mean, here, when AVAX had a cross on the bull market support band, it was at about $27. And then it proceeded to go up to like $54, which, it's a 2x. Now, if you look at the previous time when we had a cross, it was right here. During this time, AVAX was at about $9 or so, and it went up to like $65. And I could show you, other examples, but I'm not going to waste your time because I already talked about this many times. Basically, what you need to know is that the cross on the bull market support band is extremely bullish. And once we, finally start going up, I think that's going to be the start of the altcoin season. And, well, I know you've been waiting for the altcoin season for quite a long time at this point, but, it is what it is. And, I mean, we're still waiting for Bitcoin dominance to break down. It's not like Bitcoin dominance is breaking down and the altcoins are not going up. Obviously, that's not the case. So we're still waiting for it, and I think at some point it will break down. But now, before I talk about that, let me actually talk about the target for the third wave of this one to set up right now. That target is at $38. Now, obviously, what we need to do before that is, get above the bull market support band and the 200-day moving average. The bull market support band right now, to get above it, I mean, we would have to go to, let's say, above $24. And for the 200-day moving average, we're going to have to get above $28. Once we do that, then, the road to the third wave target, which is this 1618 of the first wave, is going to be pretty fast, in my opinion. And, well, right now on the daily, I put something new on the chart. This right here, this is a resistance level. It's a very important resistance level. It's where we got rejected a bunch of times in the past. and this is the resistance level of the previous high and the bear market low. So what we need to do right now is first get above the bull market support band, obviously, then above the 200-day moving average, then complete some kind of 5-wave move to the upside and get back to $50. And I think once we actually complete a 5-wave move, which should look something like this, we will most likely get rejected by the 0.618 resistance level again, just because we're going to have a 5-wave move to the upside, and then after that we need an ABC down, and after we get the ABC down, we should finally start the third wave of the main third wave. Well, not the third wave of the third wave, because, you know, we don't have the other one to set up like we have on other charts, but instead we should start the third wave right here of this one to set up. And, well, this is gonna sound pretty insane, but the minimum target for that third wave is the 1618 of this first wave, which is currently at $227. I know from where we're at, that's a 10x, but obviously don't take this as financial advice, but what I'm about to say is, you know, gonna sound pretty crazy, but I don't think, you know, getting to like $227 in the next altcoin season, which should start this year, I don't think it's gonna be that difficult when you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. And obviously, I mean, AVAX does not really have a, you know, very long price history. I mean, this chart started, I think, in October of 2020, so it has not been around for too long. But if we, you know, learn anything from what happened in the past, I mean, usually AVAX goes crazy in the altcoin seasons, and even here, when AVAX started going up in October of 2023, as you can see, it went up like, I don't know, about 8x or so. And if you look at what Bitcoin dominance was doing during that time, it was not really doing anything, but you have to keep in mind it kind of dropped right here. So yeah, I think once we actually get an altcoin season, it's gonna be pretty good. Now I want to look at what happened in November. As you can see here, Bitcoin dominance dropped about 7%, and if you look at the AVAX chart during this time, it went from like $22 all the way up to like $56. So obviously, if Bitcoin gets to my cycle lows targets, which are currently at 41%, if we go that low, then obviously, you know, AVAX will, I mean, it should be able to get to its third wave targets at $200, $227, but only if we actually drop to these lows. If we, you know, get to like, let's say 50%, then getting to like $200 is not going to be possible. But if we drop to the trend line, which I think it's possible, then $200 should be fairly easy in my opinion, because AVAX does not really have a huge market cap, at least not anymore. And yeah, we'll see what happens. And well, that's pretty much it about AVAX. I mean, what you need to know right now about the weekly is that we need to stay above the moving average on the RSI to stay bullish. If we do not stay above the moving average on the RSI, it could be a bad sign, because, well, I mean, here during this correction, we were below the moving average the entire time, and now we finally broke above it, just like we did right here before we had this big bounce, and even right here, by the way. So yeah, we need to stay above it, because if we do not, this could lead to another low and, you know, many other weeks of just sideways price action. And I am aware of the fact that not many people want to see that, so hopefully AVAX does well in the next couple of weeks. Like I told you, the structure is still pretty good, at least in my opinion, but we have to, you know, respect support levels, and we'll see if we do. I will make sure to update this chart for the members, so if you don't know what's happening, you will just, you know, be able to take a look at the charts, but only if you are a member. And speaking of that, like I told you, check out the third wave of the third wave merchandise right here, and then the memberships. They cost like $5 a month, and I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.